Hello guys and welcome back to yet another episode of Maplestory. Where we left off, we were gonna bring a letter from Tina Pierce to the Cygnus Knights. Let me just check my volume settings real quick because it sounds a bit loud to me. Let's see, especially the background music. I hope it's audible. I've not been great with my volumes so far, but let's start like this. First of all, let's distribute our APs again. It goes automatically, and I think our SP shouldn't be too much trouble either, since we only have a few levels left until level 30 in our second job advancement. So yeah, let's continue. Onto Empress Cygnus. Tina Pierce sent the letter forward, and all we have to do is just go and talk to her. I think these are the first people who reached level 120 with the Cygnus Knights when the class first came out. Of course, the max level cap was 120 at the time, I think. And since then it's been moved. I think in Rien, whatever you want to call it, there's also one of those for level 200s. I think normal explorer classes. Anyway, we were supposed to give it to the letter to Neinhard, or talk to Neinhard. You must be Mercedes, ruler of the Elves. My name is Neinhard, commander under Empress Cygnus. Welcome. Cygnus is eager to meet you. Please, come inside. And she's asleep. Welcome, Mercedes. I am Cygnus, the humble Empress of Maple World. It is an honor to meet one of the 5 heroes who helped seal the Black Mage away. The Tina Pierce letter took me by surprise. How could the legendary Mercedes still be alive? Of course, I'm overjoyed that you're here now, before me. We've done what we can for Maple World, but I'm still inexperienced and the Cygnus Knights are very new. I am happy to lend you my knights, and in exchange all I ask is your wisdom and guidance. There is much we can learn from each other. Maybe together we have a chance against the Black Mage. We'll do whatever we can to aid the elves. I'm so happy you don't know what it's like. I'm so happy you don't know what it's like to not have any other royals to talk to. I'm sure we'll be very good friends. Oh, that's a bit bitchy. I'm glad you and Empress Cygnus are getting along. I've sent knights to reinforce LOL. I couldn't spare too many men, but I'm sure there'll be enough. I've also seen to their rations and equipment, so you don't have to do anything. That young girl, the Empress, will she be alright? She is shouldering quite a burden. Don't worry yourself about her. She may be young, but she has led us with wisdom and strength. Shinsu, the Cygnus Knights, and myself are doing everything in our power to support her. Trust me, Empress Cygnus is a good ally to have. And the fact of the matter is, no one else can take Empress Cygnus' place. Ruling is her destiny. I feel like I haven't had a chance to gather my thoughts in far too long. Hearing from Vilius changed everything. The Black Mage is coming, and his curse still has its hold over the elves. At least I was able to find the Tina Pierce, but then the Black Wings found us, and now the Black Mage's minions know where to find us. Thankfully, now we have Empress Cygnus on our sides, and our knights seem strong enough to keep the village safe. I can't shake this feeling of dread. The Black Mage's shadow lingers over Maple World once more, and the person at the front of the battle is a frail little girl. Will she be ready to fight when the time comes? All I can do is make sure the elves are ready, and Tina Pierce will want to know more. Will want to know about our alliance with Cygnus. So I guess we have to head back to what do you call it? Enesis. Which is gonna take the airship again, which is just basically me sitting in a ship doing nothing for like 1 minute and 20 seconds. And that's a short ride. I mean, there's like 10-minute rides. So I guess I'll just go to the ferry and I'll meet you guys back in Genesis. Alright guys, back in Genesis. Let's take the teleport and go to Tina Pierce. We're also almost level 30, and like I've been probably saying like the whole time, level 30 is gonna be the second job advancement, so I'm kinda excited for that. I don't know the skill build yet, I didn't look it up. Maybe I should have. Anyway, let's talk to Athena. Your Highness, Neinhard wrote that he sent knights to the village. LOL should be safe for now. I'm glad we. Is something wrong? You don't look well. The Empress, is she alright? Can she really stand against the Black Mage? I didn't believe it at first. Empress Ignis has had more responsibility forced upon her than she was ready for. But, you taught me that a good ruler goes to any lengths to save her people, and that's exactly the kind of ruler that she is. Empress Ignis reminds me of you, Your Highness. She's got her back to a cliff, but she won't back down, ever. So I can do the job advancement now, and I'm gonna guess this is the job advancement quest that I have above my head here. I feel much stronger now. Why don't I try using my second advancement skills? Okay, here goes. Huh? It didn't work. I'll try again. Yeah! Nothing. When I first became ruler of the elves, I had to pass a test from the Great Spirit of the Elves. Now that I'm starting over, do I have to do that again? There were 3 trials I had to pass, wasn't there? For the last trial, I had to beat the Rage Dragon. That creature almost eliminated me instead. I don't think I could beat it in the way I am now. Maybe if I tell the Great Spirit that I remember the skills and I'm just not strong enough to use them, she'll understand. Or maybe she'll tell me that I'm not worthy of Elven grace anymore. No sense in putting it off. I'll go see the Great Spirit, and whatever happens, happens. Perhaps it is time for a new ruler of the elves after all. Alright then, I need to go back to my king seat and play that old song. The Sovereign's Appeal. It's been a long time, but I practiced the appeal hundreds of times. I'm sure I can play it still. So this should be my return to LOL teleport skill with a fancy animation. It's just not slightly on point. Ooh, Cygnus Knights. This is probably not the quest I have to do, but anyway. Getting along with everyone is one of the duties of Cygnus Knights. It's tough sometimes. Greetings, Majesty. I'm Fel, one of the knights stationed in your lovely town. I'm happy to report all's well. Thank you for the report, Sir Knight. That's what I'm here for, isn't it? To be honest, there hasn't been a whole lot to do. Oh, I did see Danica training a few days ago, and wow, she can fight. She's training to get her old strength back, just like you. Like me, probably. I've never seen such grace and skill. It's like she's got lifetimes of experience. I gotta know, how old is she? She's so tiny, but she used that great bow like it was nothing. You're amazing too, of course, Your Majesty. But I wasn't expecting anything like that from Danica. So tell me, really, how old is she? How old was Danica anyway? She's still pretty young, but I know she was older than Athena Pierce when we were frozen. Maybe I should ask her. I should probably do my job advancement quest before I get to level 31, because I don't think you get your SP back if you take your job advancement too late. So I have to play a song here. Hello. Let's see what this says. Oh wait, I can see a click button there. That's probably what I'm supposed to do. There's a spirit kind of person there. The Great Spirit, which only rules the elves, which only the ruler of the elves can summon. Her aura shows that she is not an ordinary being. Hello, Mercedes. You're looking good. You are. Not really the kind of tone I'd expect from my ancient spirit. So what can I do for you? I already gave you all the power I can, dearie. What happened to you, dearie? I can't feel the royal power on you at all. All I'm getting is this nasty dark cursey energy. It's a long story. I love me a long story. Remember, I'm a spirit, dearie. I don't have much to do but float around to listen to stories. So come on, tell us. Tell her about the battle against the Black Mage, the curse, and present-day Maple World. Maybe it's my fault. Maybe I should have stayed out of the fight against the Black Mage and spared my people this suffering. Great Spirit, I feel I should step down as a ruler. If you feel I should step down as a ruler, I will. Oh dearie, don't worry, little head. You're doing the best you can by the elves. It's a right pity there's so much evil in Maple World. You don't think this means the Black Mage would have left the elves alone, do you? After we're done with the humans? You'd have been next anyway. You were right to fight him the first time, and you're right to fight him this time. Don't you waste another moment second guessing yourself, dearie. I'm not even gonna make you take the royal test again either. The royal power is all yours. You elves are in a heap of trouble with the Scourge theory. I'm counting on you to lead your people to victory. You got a lot to do, love. Now, usually, you'd have to come see me again for your second and third tests, but I don't want to eat up any more of your time than I have to. From now on, I'll come visit you when you're ready for the next test. Doesn't that sound like fun? And I guess that gives me my second job advancement. So I have 2 quests lined up to the right, and I can pick my second set of skills. I think we'll just leave that to the next episode because I have to look it up what kind of skills I should level in what order. I can use this medal though, and I don't think I can use any of the bows yet. No, 35 is the lowest level I have. And I got recommended quest, and like I said, 2 more in the. But this probably one of them is probably this one. Alright, yeah, that quest I can do, no problem. Discover the first ability. I think that's just. I'm not sure what this is. It's just a thing you always get. And a team dungeon, which I'll probably go and do next. But first, let me finish this quest with Danica. The Elf's Age. Your Highness, I've been training to prepare for the Black Mage, but I can't seem to get back to my old strength. She won't admit it, but I don't think Philly's power is back either. Is it a she now? Like, can someone just clarify? Is Philly a he or a she? Chin up, Danica. So sorry, Your Majesty. Don't worry, I'll do whatever it takes to get my power back, especially after seeing that little Betatina all grown up and stronger than me. That's better. So on that note, how old are you again? Huh? I'm 240 years old, not counting the time we were in the ice, of course. But don't worry, I may be young, but I'll get strong enough to keep you safe. 240 years old. This guy will have something to say about that, I'm sure. Why, I bet she's almost as good as Irina. So, how old is she? If you don't count the time she was asleep, she's about 240 years old. I think there's something wrong with my ears. How old did you say? 24? 240 years old. She's still a baby, isn't she? 230 years old? Baby? Did I hear you wrong? I mean, even 24 years is old for a baby. I need to get my ears checked. Fel mumbles to himself. He must be impressed that Danica became the Elder of War at such a young age. Poor ignorant elves. So yeah, I guess the Fairy Academy is the next step. It's a team dungeon, so it's gonna have a boss fight. I think it's something most classes do nowadays. Like most classes will go to a set of team dungeons and just level up that way. Hello, Meow. I'm Fancy. Grendel's #1 pupil. Charmed, I'm sure. I bet you didn't even see me here. You'll want to help me out now, yes? Do you know anything about the Elinel Fairy Academy? It's a place where fairies can be fairies without human intervention, or at least it was. Elinel was considered sacred ground for the fairies. A human setting foot there without permission could cause untold trouble. I am not completely ready, but I must let the relationship between fairies and humans. I must not let the relationship between fairies and humans get any worse. Their alliance will be crucial in the coming days. You are quite modest for the ruler of the elves. Perhaps that modesty would be useful in this dispute. If you'd like, I can teleport you here now. It's much more convenient. I think maybe Mercedes will have a different set of conversations because she's elven, of course, not human, like most of the other classes. Are all of the other classes human? No, there's Nova, which is technically not human. And Xenon is something weird. Doesn't matter. Are you the one I invited to help with the ruckus at Elinel Fairy Academy? Of course. You don't look as strong as I'd hoped, but you're famous, so I'd leave it to you. I'll leave it to you. Meow. Meow, you're a funny looking human. I hope you're not coming to take classes because I am Grendel's #1 pupil. It wasn't easy, no siree. It takes dedication and smarts. You can bask in my glory if you'd like. What were we talking about? Me, right? Of course me. If you're overwhelmed by the sheer magnitude of my amazingness, I'd recommend you to talking to Cutie the really small. He's another of Grendel's pupils, but his bulb isn't quite so bright. He's been a little bit of a weirdo since those fairies captured him. I've heard he even took to kidnapping fairies of his own. Can't say I blame him. They're so fun to bat around. Help me or don't. I've got plenty of grooming myself to do. There's a secret path down below that the fairies just seem to love. I bet there's something deliciously fun to do in there. So let's see. Let's kill some of these. Ooh. Got a skirt. I'm almost level 31 already. Like, it used to be, like, I'm complaining about this like twice every episode, but it used to be so tough that you just got one more level above like level. Even getting to level 10 was pretty, you know, it took time. The Forest of Fairies seems to materialize from nowhere in front of you or something. I forgot to read that. And I guess we're gonna talk to Fancy again. Yeah. What took you so long? What kind of pupil will you be if you're this slow to walk somewhere? Now, this is the LNL Fairy Academy. Try not to be intimidated by the brain power on display. LNL Fairy Academy? This is where little fairies learn to sprinkle their dust and turn up their noses to lesser beings. Why is it hidden so deep in the forest? Don't you know anything? Alinea used to be a fairy town before the Black Mage and his goons came and swallowed them all like grain flies. That's when the humans moved in. But there are fairies outside of Alinea. And there are birds that don't run away when they see me. Some fairies accept humans. The ones in LNL Fairy Academy are not those fairies. You think Goody got captured by these human-hating fairies? Most likely. I know I thought about using him as a scratching post a few times. Master Grenadle and I tried to befriend the fairies, but they just weren't listening. I think we should use more forceful methods. Vampirism. Let me ask, are you a good swimmer? Why don't you go for a swim? Show us how brave you are, meow. And we'll sink straight to the bottom. Ugh, why do I feel so heavy? Each step getting tougher. Ugh. Blah, I almost drowned. There must be some kind of enchantment to keep people from swimming across. You could have told me that in advance. I'm not omniscient, and you make a good test subject. We'll have to find another way. You'll need magic to cross the lake. Lucky for you, this whole place is magic. Run us a little errand and bring us back a spiritum leaf or 30. Those playful little firefly slime monsters on the Radiant Lake Path 1 should have them. I'll be waiting. Get 30 spiritum leaves from the firefly slime monsters on the Radiant Lake Path 1. So this episode's been going for almost like as long as I'd like to. So I think we'll finish like getting into the academy, and unless it takes really long, and then afterwards leave the rest of the academy for the next episode. I'm on quite low level equipment, I guess. I didn't find a lot of equipment since like level 15. Most of the equipment I got anyways is what I got from quests. So that's kind of a shame. Those might be bowman boots, I'm not even sure. They probably are. I think they are. Anyway, at level 35 we'll get like, we'll be sure to have another bow or set of crossbows. Dual crossbows. And then I think in level 40 and level 50 as well, I brought them from my accounts. And I also got some for level 70 and 90 or something. Of course, those might not be any good. I just saved them because they look cool. Stats wise, I'm not sure. Like, you might just be able to find a better one, like in one set, the first drop you get. But at least you'll have something. Is what I'm trying to say. The thing about this game is how like they can make monsters basically super cute, but still really, really tough. Most monsters in this game are kind of cute, at least in a way. Even like the bad ones still have something cute about them. I thought I'd kill them both with that. Apparently I did. Almost have enough leaves. If I could pick this up. And we've got enough leaves, so let's head back to Mr. Cat. Fancy. Meow, I believe I see a spiritum leaf sticking out of your bag. You didn't get eaten, how amusing. You don't know anything about magic, do you? You're going to need a catalyst to make any enchantments work. Various slime monsters live in Radiant Lake Path 3. Bring me 5 of their Starlight Crystal items, preferably soaked in their tears. Starlight Crystal items are rare, don't go all soft on me. Such a nice guy, this fairy. But I like cats, so, you know, I'm a fan. What I like about playing on my laptop rather than on a computer is I can really easily use my mouse pad, my whatever touchpad, to swipe my mouse away from the middle of the screen after conversations. Because normally in this game you don't even use your mouse for anything, unless like you have to click on a character to start a quest. So when it's in the middle of your screen, you don't really want to have to go and take your mouse all the way out of the middle of this. Use one of your hands, like normally the arrow key ones. I'm babbling, I know. To swipe the annoying cursor out of your screen. With the touchpad, I can just take my skill and combat hand and not even lift a finger. It's normally the finger that's normally on set, like my index finger, to pick stuff up is the one I use to swipe stuff away. So I hardly use any timer for that. So that's a lot more convenient for me. Oh, of course there is a talk to NPC help button, which is normally mapped to space, which would probably be like you wouldn't have to use your mouse if you use that to talk to people. But I always use my mouse. It also means you don't have to walk all the way up to them, they just have to be in your screen to start a quest. I found one of the Starlight Crystals already, and it's kind of busy here, it's kind of new. It didn't see too many people so far. Of course I'm not playing in the busiest channel, I'm playing in the second channel. Just because I don't like it when like you have to fight for your drops. When there's like multiple people hitting every monster. But sometimes it's nice. Also sometimes people will just share something with you. I feel like the market has been kind of disrupted in that most equipment, unless it's like really high level, isn't worth anything anymore. Rather than what used previously where you rarely got like a high level drop. So it used to be worth something because people couldn't buy them anywhere else either. It just done from you. Right now I just get a ton of high level items and I just don't know what to do with them. On my other accounts. So far here you haven't been too lucky with the drops yet. So yeah, my point is people like if you find something that belongs to not your class or not some class you happen to have like almost at the level as well, people will just give it to you often. Just because it there's pretty limited inventory space and storage space in this game as well. It used to be that like you had like 3 character slots, now you have 6, 8, something like that. And the idea is you're gonna get the rest of the character slots free up to 30, but it's bugged right now, you can't actually buy that option. You have to the option to buy character slots used to be, oh wait, I got enough crystals. Used to be available in the cash shop if you pay for it. And now they want everyone to have 30 slots, but they made it in a way that you still have to buy those, they're just free. But the store is bugged that you can buy them right now. So otherwise I'd be probably playing a lot more. I just want to try out a lot of classes, and now I have to really pick which classes I want to give a try and which I don't. Also on that note, when that happens, when I have the ability to pick multiple classes, I might just try and make a fighter class and just stream it. See if my internet connection in my place is better. Of course, I complained about the connection in my parents' place. Here it took me like 5 minutes to upload something that took 24 hours in my my parents' place. So I guess it might work. I'll post my Twitter link in the description, and then like I'll keep you updated on whatever happens. And if I do a live stream, I'll probably like post it there as well. Did you bring the Starlight Crystal? Not bad, not bad. I'll start the incantation. I suppose I should have warned you, but I cast a spell on you. You should be able to walk on the lake now. Bask in my glory. We're going to need to get buddy with the fairies. Talk to the Elenil Fairy Academy headmistress. Just keep heading east. Alright, so I think I'll leave you here, guys. We'll continue the dungeon in the next episode. We have to walk like through a couple of areas with monsters before we get to the academy. So yeah, like I said, I hope you enjoyed. You know, keep an eye out for the live stream if it's coming. And for now, I hope I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.